going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We gonna start. We don't need nobody. We gonna just go.
What you don't do now, everybody gets up really about to put it down. If we can go, but tonight I wanna stay with you. I'm ask you, I'm making it now. But I'm so good, I'm a leader. But no, say stop with the say go. There you go again, that goes. What you make your girlfriend? Different way that I be. The cousin rockets in the industry. Looking this up, she can't sleep.
Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? This live is going to be pretty sentimental for me. What time is it? 5 o'clock. This live is going to be pretty sentimental for me because of the sensitivity of what's going on. You see the title, What's in Them Ships? You see the title. What was in the evergreen ship? Well, it's pretty crazy. Some people say some people say it was horses, it was grains, it was all that other stuff. Well, I'm going to say this. What if I tell you that sex trafficking is real? What if I tell you that that the sex trafficking situation is deeper than what any of us can imagine? Way deeper than what we can imagine. Well, I'm actually looking at some stuff that I can show y'all. It's really crazy. Whiplash. That's where I need to go. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about the cryptocurrency. Is this a legit channel? Combs man thrown out left and right. What the hell is going on? Hold on, sorry about that, y'all. We at DEFCON 2. The Marines are signaling DEFCON. USA is currently at DEFCON 2, which means it's not possible to have any changes in leadership. I love all the American people. They post a red banner and remove. I'm gonna leave this here because I definitely want y'all to see this. For y'all that don't understand what's going on, I think y'all should not be a part because this ain't something for the this is not something for the weak at heart. There's a lot going on now. Oh Jesus. Oh. So I've been telling y'all about the ship that's over in man, the Sydney Pulse page. Excuse me for my, for my rant. This whole situation is just, there's a lot going on. A lot that I want to say, but I don't want to get censored. It's a whole lot going on, man. There's a whole lot. Let me see where I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start here. Yeah, I'm gonna start here. All right. This is brutal. So yeah, I'm gonna start here. So first thing I'm gonna say is what up, everybody that's being here. What's an evergreen? I don't even want to show this because it gets to me every time. But what's in an evergreen, y'all? And the evergreen is the ship that was stuck. Y'all looking at it right? Y'all looking at it so right. Nothing but kids. You don't see no horses that they was trying to show to throw people off with. You see nothing but kids. Which I think is terrible. And the sex trafficking is at an all-time high. And that's just off the first two doors that they open. Those are the kids that's coming out. Now, I do believe that this picture is not the picture that's being shown. And what happens is the sex traffickers, they get the kids, they take them to the ports. The ports being Miami, Baltimore, Boston, Georgia, Eastern Shore, and they put them in these canals. Now, what I'm about to do, I'm gonna let you hear what these kids are saying, which hurts me to the core.
About a month and a half ago, I was back here talking to one of the little girls. We were going to send her to the hospital. And as I got closer to her, I noticed that she couldn't speak. And I asked the medical staff what happened. And the reason she was going to the hospital because she had gotten gang raped. And the reason that she couldn't speak was because she had lost her voice in the process while she was getting raped. Those things hit hard. These kids, some of them, will tell you the different stories. This little girl is going into the States, and I asked her, what state are you going to? What's your final destination? She said, I don't know. All I know is that it snows there. That's all I know.
Yeah, Malik.
Investigators have learned Washington state foster kids are being kicked out of a foster home to make room for migrant children who cross the border. King 5 investigator Chris Ingalls spoke with the foster parents who are worried about what will happen to those foster kids.
Chris also asked the company that's taking them out why.
This just doesn't make sense to me. They even told me, you're doing a good job, thank you very much.
Edmundo Serena Sanchez stands outside the Renton home in which he and his wife have lived for 7 years. Not just a house, but a home over the years for about 20 hard-to-place foster kids.
Our program and our license is kids up from 12 years old to 18 years old. So we choose to do teenagers because they're very hard to find places for them,
Then, last month, Edmundo got this notice that his foster home contract will be terminated and he'll need to move out. What did you think?
Well, the first reaction was to ask them, okay, you want us to move out of here, and what's going to happen with the kids?
The 4 foster kids currently living in the house were so upset, Edmundo says he had to take one child to the hospital because of panic attacks. This is the empty bed of another. A teenager, Edmundo says, ran away after he heard that he may be forced to move to a new foster family.
I worry very much about him because, he's 16, 17 years old, and he doesn't have a job.
In this house, Edmundo and his wife manage 4 therapeutic foster care beds for kids with serious behavioral problems. Because of the shortage of therapeutic beds, the state has increasingly been housing foster kids in hotel rooms and even in state office buildings, as we've shown in previous King 5 investigations.
So who would do this to Edmundo, his wife, and their little foster family? It's the Friends of Youth that actually own their home. And Edmundo says it's the Friends of Youth, a private social services organization, that's actually kicking them out.
In this letter last month, the organization told Edmundo the house will be transitioned for a different strategic vision and will be used to house unaccompanied youth. Those are migrant children who cross the U.S. border without an adult. The number of unaccompanied minors has surged under the Biden administration.
At the end of the day, we need to take care of our own first. And we have so many foster kids that we are failing.
State Representative Michelle Caldier is looking into the case after we contacted her. The Port Orchard Republican is herself a foster parent and former foster child who wonders why an organization would kick out a family during a pandemic.
It's awful. It's awful. I mean, this is our most vulnerable group of kids, and this is how we're treating them. And I think it's horrible.
Friends of Youth is a nonprofit with a 70-year history of providing support services for homeless and foster youth. Caldeer suspects that the organization has made a decision to pursue federal contracts to house migrant children for financial reasons.
They tend to chase the dollars. So there's a reason as to why they're choosing to go with the unaccompanied minors and choosing to change their program.
Is this about the money?
It's not. The money is not a factor in this decision.
Deanne Adams, Friends of Youth Chief Program Officer, says her organization has assisted migrant children for 10 years now. And it decided to use the Howard House, the home where Edmundo now lives, to house more migrant children to ease the crisis at the U.S. border.
It specifically is directly related to consideration of being able to use our resources in order to serve the largest number of youth that we're able. We will not be receiving additional or increased revenue as a result of this decision.
It's about 11:14 at night in James Langford. Want to be able to give you a quick update. I'm in McAllen, Texas, literally right at the Texas-Mexico border. This is one of the underground processing areas that has been set up literally under a bridge. This is a bridge that moves from Mexico into the United States. This is where families are actually coming, and unaccompanied minors will just show up here during the night. And like I said, it's about 11:14 at night right now. They'll show up. I'll kind of turn around here so you can see it. That far end down there, the bright spot, that's Mexico right down there. They'll show up down at that spot. They'll be able to walk through. They're picked up by Border Patrol here. They're organized. They get their name, their information. They'll go through a very basic screening where basically they're asked, do you feel well, kind of thing, with a basic screening. They'll get their name and information. If they have a child that's 6 years old or younger, or they're unaccompanied minor, but they can have like 10 people together that all say they're family. And if they have one child that's 5 or 6 years old, then all these folks will be released tonight into McAllen, Texas. Literally within a couple of hours from when they walk up from Mexico, they'll go through the basic processing here, and all these folks will be released into the United States tonight with what's called a notice to appear. It's a piece of paperwork saying you got to show up at a court hearing. Some of those court hearings are 3 years later. So literally they're into the country for the next 3 years. So they'll walk up way down there. They'll come through some basic processing here, and you can see, I don't know how many are here right now. And then there's buses here at the end, and those buses will take them into the central part of McAllen, Texas, and they'll just be released at a bus station from there, and they can go anywhere in the country that they want to be able to go with that update. This is the problem. This is one of the areas that the media is not allowed to be able to come into. That's why I wanted to be able to be here, to be able to see it and say, this is the thing that Biden does not want you to see, is that literally people walk across the border, they check in here, and they are all released. 100% of the people that are here tonight will be released. So this is absolutely an open border situation. Anyone who wants to come in from any country in the world, if you walk onto this bridge here in McAllen, Texas, on the Mexico side of it and get here, and you pay the cartels to actually come up to this area. So the cartels make you pay a fee to be able to come here on the Mexico side. Then they come in here and they're all released. So no matter what your background is, no matter who you are, if you come through this spot right here, you're going to be released. This is what open borders really looks like, and this is why this is a problem, and it's why I wanted to be able to be here tonight. We're going to spend the rest of the evening trying to be able to track what's happening in this area, and so people can get a chance to be able to see actually what's happening in this area, what the Biden team will not allow people to be able to see.
Can you turn real quick so they can hear? Oh yeah, there we go. We're still live. Not a rock, Texas.
Now, that's a great point, and that's where we talk about that what's happening at our border is much more in depth than just the immigration layer. And I don't want to just say just, because it's a serious issue, but it's important that the American people know that what is happening down here is much broader in scope than just people crossing our border.
Now, this lady clearly doesn't want you to see what I'm about to show you. This video clip shows you how tight these people are packed together. Now think, COVID, pandemic.
Please give dignity to the people. Please give dignity.
Hold on. Because I ain't showing that. Hold on.
Anyone who wants to.
Hold on, y'all. The whole time I'm thinking, y'all ain't. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I want y'all to see this. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Y'all see it now.
Come in from any country in the world. If you walk onto this bridge here in McAllen, Texas, on the Mexico side of it and get here, and you pay the cartels to actually come up to this area. So the cartels make you pay a fee to be able to come here on the Mexico side. Then they come in here and they're all released. So no matter what your background is, no matter who you are, if you come through this spot right here, you're going to be released. This is what open borders really looks like, and this is why this is a problem, and it's why I want to be able to be here tonight. We're going to spend the rest of the evening trying to be able to track what's happening in this area, and so people can get a chance to be able to see actually what's happening in this area, what the Biden team will not allow people to be able to see.
Hey, Midas. Exactly.
Oh yeah, there we go. We're still on.
Not a rock, Texas. That's a great point, and that's where we talk about that what's happening at our border is much more in depth than just the immigration layer. And I don't want to just say just because it's a serious issue, but it's important that the American people know that what is happening down here is much broader in scope than just people crossing our border.
Now, this lady clearly doesn't want you to see what I'm about to show you. This video clip shows you how tight these people are packed together. Now think, COVID, pandemic.
Please give dignity to the people. Please give dignity to the people.
So you work for the commissioner, your senior advisor, you were hired 2 weeks ago, and you're expected to ask us to not have any pictures taken here.
Please respect the
because
people.
the political leadership at DHS does not want the American people to know it.
Please respect the rules,
You keep
sir.
standing in front of the pictures, so
Please
you don't want
respect
the
the
pictures
rules.
taken. The rules are arbitrary and
Please
they're
respect
designed
the
to
rules
keep
and
the
give the
American people
people
in the dark.
dignity and respect.
So explain to me how we all need to stay 6 feet because this virus is so deadly, yet they're packing these people into these small cages. Not only is there not 6 feet, but there's probably 2 or 3 people within a 6 feet radius. And you're telling me that there isn't COVID outbreaks there right now? Think, people, think with your head. There's no COVID outbreaks right there. And as soon as they're released right away. There's no COVID contagion happening there. They're not worried about COVID being released into the population. What the fuck is going on with this? No one thinks about this?
That's all we ask.
Well, no,
Dignity
it's
and
not. You're
respect.
asking, is this
Please-
dignity and respect? Look at
Please
these people.
give dignity and respect
pandemic.
to the people.
But let me
I
ask you, there's a
I
pandemic.
respectfully ask you, sir.
There is a pandemic. Is
Full-hearted.
this respecting the rights of these
I
kids?
ask you. Please
Are you
respect
respecting the
people.
rights of these
This
kids?
is not a zoo, sir. Please don't treat the people.
You're right, and this is
As
a
such.
dangerous place.
Please don't treat the
Your
people.
policies,
I ask
unfortunately,
you,
are
sir.
trying to hide them. I understand
That's
you
all
are
I ask
instructed.
you.
But
I
18
ask
senators
you
came
to
down
please
here.
respect the people. Give them dignity
I
and
respect them and I
respect.
want to fix this situation.
We all want
And
to fix
the
this, sir. We
administration
don't
you're
want
working
this to
for is
happen anymore.
responsible for these conditions.
Please respect the people with dignity and respect.
And I ask you to respect the people as well. This
I am
is
respecting you. I am respecting the
This
people.
is not respect.
And this lady is talking about the dignity of the people. This has nothing to do with their dignity. They are hiding this from the American people. We need to see this. Look at them piled in there, and there's no COVID outbreak. Think about this. Use your head. And they're all wearing masks. It doesn't make any sense. There would be rampant outbreaks of disease in there if this was true. And she's saying their dignity, their dignity, their dignity. They guarantee want this out there for everybody to see. Like, this is crazy conditions. They're just stuck in there. This is crazy.
So Midas Spade was right. Only her numbers was off. It's 94% of the children. 94% of them were cavity search, no COVID tests, and 96% of the children that came across the border were violated. My question is, what is a grown man gonna get out of sleeping with a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old? What are you gonna get out? What type of enjoyment you get out of that? I just don't get it. There's no way I can call myself a man and enjoy sleeping with a kid. I can't. There's no way possible. And I can't do nothing but blame. I can't do nothing but blame this administration. And people gonna be like, "Oh no, you Biden hating." No, I'm not. I'm not. Now, no more Gaddafi. I'm about to show y'all this. I'm about to get y'all real. They say no more Gaddafi was the one that was turning on his people. That's why Hillary Clinton had to exterminate him. No. I got a question. Was Muammar Gaddafi a Muslim extremist? Or, let me read it right. I'm sorry. Was Muammar Gaddafi an Islamic dictator terrorist? Or was he the whistleblower for what's going on? I'm going to let you decide. I'm going to let you decide. Put it over there.
في العنزه بتاعت الخنازير وان شاء الله يجيكم في العنزه بتاعت الاسماك في المستقبل على اي حال ان المصانع تشتغل بتاعت المخابرات هذه اذا كانت هي تباع بثمن غالي معناها تجاره.
Put that there. Put that there. Hold on. Because I want y'all to see this. Because he really tells what's going on.
يصنعوا فيروز ويصنعوا في العالم ليش الشركات الرأسمالية تحصل أموال ببيع الأموال. عيب، هذا حرام عليكم. الأطفال لا تباع، لا يباع.
Oh, shoot.
اقروا الكتاب الاحمر لا يسمح ببيع الدواء. الدواء لا يباع. اعلنوا يقولوا الدواء مجاني. الامصال مجانيه. مش حتنتشر الفيروسات لان يخلقوا فيها باش يعملوا امصال وباش تكسب منها الشركات الراسماليه. هذه معالجه خطا. اعلنوا الادويه لا تباع.
So the question is, was he a terrorist or what? Now I can show you some other stuff, but I'm not going to do that because it's really crazy, and I don't want nobody to be not being able to sleep. Also, while I'm at it, hold on. I do not want to talk about George Floyd right now. I want to talk about how big tech is trying to censor people, and it went to the Supreme Court. That's what I want to talk about. And what I'm talking about is right here. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I got to calm. Soldiers helping soldiers. Army emergency relief has provided $2 billion to nearly 4 million soldiers through zero interest loans, grants, and scholarships. AER ensures no soldier faces financial hardship on their own. As we prepare to land, please fasten your seatbelts. I can't see what this is. 64 though. Sorry about that. I'm reading. I'm reading the comm. EBS. Okay. All right. And see, I read these comms so I can show y'all what's going on. Everybody, if you have something connected to your computer that you really love, back it up now, because the EBS could happen any day. But I do know we are in our 10-day period of darkness. So through zero interest loans, zero interest. AER response to COVID 034 64. Okay. I see what I gotta do. I gotta do this. All right. Look, I got some comms to look at, but I want to make sure everybody knows what's going on. Y'all comms, Southern Conspiracies, what's going on? The comms are coming in, and if you have anything valuable that's on a computer database, please back it up to like an external hard drive. You don't want your stuff to be on your computer and the EBS come through. It will wipe your whole computer clean. EBS is an emergency broadcast system link line, and what it does is it comes through anything electronic. It's crazy because right now they are at war. Prepare for 0 day. EBS, lights going out, computers going out, actions have accelerated counter actions. Okay, now here comes the rain. And you know it's serious. I'm gonna show y'all this. Y'all know it's serious when a Marines change their colors. Normally the Marine colors are green. It's been changed to red. As y'all see, their top heading has been changed to red. The official Twitter account of the United States Marine Corps, the appearance of links does not constitute endorsement. So, these are the com links. USA is currently at DEFCON 2, which means it is not possible to have any changes in leadership. I think he is right, and Marines signaling DEFCON 2. And the link, here come the rain. Spec operator and Q Frogman telling us, now here comes the rain. Follow all the comms incoming. Something is brewing. And you see it's still red, and you see the troops are shadowed and not gray or green. United States is at DEFCON 2. Best regards, Pentagon officials. We at DEFCON 2. There's so much. So see, here you go. Justin, several airlines booking sites down due to Google software issue. Okay. What is on the Google software issue? Why are we in DEFCON 2? See, this would it normally look like. But this would look like now. Why are we in DEFCON 2? Prepare for 0 day. EBS, lights going out. Actions have accelerated, counter actions. The biggest censorship in history is taking place and growing. It will be far worse than 2020 election time. Prepare. It's not for you, but for them who sleep. Yo, this is crazy. Russia, Ukraine, U.S., NATO positioning. Syria, Iran, Russia, U.S., Saudi positioning. India, China, Myanmar, Pakistan positioning. Taiwan, China, Japan, NKSK. This is the map where they showing the planes and where they leaving and coming from. Hold on. The Storm Rider, false flags. For those who don't believe there's a deep state inside intel agencies and the government that will kill its own citizens for gain, confusion, money, control. Operation Northwoods was a proposed false flag operation against the Cuban government that originated within the U.S. Department of Defense and the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the United States government in 1962. The proposals call for the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, or other U.S. government operatives to both stage and actually commit acts of terrorism against American military and civilian targets, blaming them on the Cuban government and using it to justify a war against Cuba. The possibilities detailed in the document included the possible assassination of Cuban immigrants, sinking boats of Cuban refugees on the high seas, hijacking planes to be shot down or given the appearance of being shot down, blowing up a U.S. ship, and orchestrating violent terrorism in the U.S. cities. The proposals were rejected by President John F. Kennedy. Wow. This is crazy. But I'm not going to put all of y'all at risk. I'm going to go ahead and stop this live now because the hell? Cryptocurrencies are now collectively worth $2 trillion. Canada recalls millions of face masks containing harmful substance. Whoa. No. It's so much that's within this file that I can show y'all. Wow. Hey, have anybody known about an earthquake today? What is the U.S. threat level? Okay. And also keep in mind that this will play into the agenda of depopulation, which is the ultimate end game. No power, planes crash, monitors fail, cars stop. Pay attention and get exactly Southern conspiracists. Pay attention, because you know they just did a earthquake today. Earthquake just in Los Angeles. Yeah, I think something crazy is going on. Russian aerospace forces spy plane now active near the Ukraine border. Wow. This is really crazy. The future is today, preparing the legal ground for the United States Space Force. So I'm thinking they might get ready to use Space Force. Oh, this was going on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta show you this. I knew it. The CCP is now invading Myanmar. Is that how you say it? Myanmar. They are invading Myanmar. Hold on. I'm gonna show it to you. Stop that. Okay. Let me show it to you. They have invaded Myanmar today. Whatever that is. Here we go. So, with that being said, Louisiana had reported an earthquake on the 1st. Ooh, they've been after Ukraine's red books for years. Yeah. So, what's about to happen is, I guess everybody's Chinese forces arrived at Calcone, Mush Township. They said they came to protect the gas line in Myanmar, but look at the forces. Do they need that much forces to protect gas line? No. I'm thinking that really they about to do something. The people stormed the parliament in Serbia last night. No more curfews. Japanese fighter jets leave their air bases after Chinese warships entered the Japanese maritime zone. An hour ago, another Chinese warship passed near Okinawa, Japan. This is about to get ugly. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is about to get ugly, y'all. I'm not understanding what a perfect way to bring all Americans together. An incoming attack on Boston Navy base, i.e., U.S. Constitution, the first American Navy ship. Oh, shoot. The whole point of this is to create a World War III scenario, a modern warfare scenario, going out with a shebang, a bang. Wait a minute. Mr. Poole, the launch of the ship. What is going on?
This is not a test. The emergency alert system has been activated. The telephone lines should be kept open. This is not a test.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute.
This is not a test. The emergency.
I'm gonna show this to y'all.
The alert system.
I'm gonna show this to y'all. Cause this is something that's going on in Chicago today. I'm gonna show this to y'all. Let's see what it's saying. It said the audio message is an EBS. This is not a test. The emergency alarm system has been activated. The telephone lines must be kept closed. Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Pennsylvania, San Francisco, San Diego, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. A list of cities with all ports or military naval bases. The first two, Boston Navy Yard, it was one of the oldest shipbuilding structures of the United States Navy. Chicago Naval Station Great Lakes is the home of the United States Navy's only training camp, located near North Chicago Naval Station, the Great Lakes. Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, there is a shipyard on Delaware. 1-1 follows, 1-2 continues. The rest of the cities on both the east and west coast departure points for the China Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Last mentioned, Washington, D.C. Finchanteri headquarters. Why does Poole warns us of already official Navy military operations? Check this out.
This is not a test. The emergency alert system has been activated. The telephone lines should be kept open. This is not a test.
This right here.
Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Pennsylvania, San Francisco, San Diego, Seattle, and Washington, D.C.
They doing is showing you how they loading the ship into the war. Yeah, it's about to be a war. It's about to be a war. And here's pictures from the Navy and the Red Sea. Here's pictures right here. I don't know if I can see that. See if they can see that. Let me see. Hold on, let me download these, y'all. Because this is weird. I need my pictures. Hold on. Download folder. That's not it. That's not it. All right, y'all. Look, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna get off that. I'm gonna get back to the border and I'm gonna play this video, which I don't like. But I want y'all to see this.
Now, let's just say this. Reportedly, you took DMT.
All right. Let me share it. Share this. Here we go. I'm looking at something. Man, Paris Jackson just got out of a suicidal institution. Two of her close friends have passed away, and she don't know how to cope with it. Shout out to Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson. Look, I'm gonna stop that there. I'm gonna bring a part 2. I got 35 seconds. So I'm gonna say this, man. Latch on to your family. Latch on to your kids. We in a tribal time. We are at war. And we just want to keep home safe. Simple as that. Keep home safe. No matter what. If you want to support Dana J, you can hit me at $ TheBMoreActor. That's the Be More Actor on Cash App. I love every last one of y'all. Y'all be blessed. I will be back with more content. So y'all be blessed. All right. Peace.
What you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, guess I'm feeling about to put it down. But if we stay you, tomorrow, but tonight I wanna stay with you. Yes, girl, gotta make it last down. Start our show, and I'ma be the
Southern Conspiracies tomorrow. Come over 11:30 a.m. We're going to talk about the Bohemian Grove. I need to be schooled on that. All right. Peace. Y'all be blessed. Thank y'all for coming.